Hello guys and welcome to my new video. The best deck in the format right now, Purple Steel can beat everything and I will show you how. But before we dive into the video, big shout out and credits to JDRR and his Flower Farm testing group. I recently joined their Discord and I can say it's worth it. For everyone enjoying Purple Steel and Blurple, I can recommend it and I will link his metafy in the video description below. Credits where credits due, and now have fun with the video, let's go. Let's go over my card choices and the reason behind them. Really quick, of my Purple Steel list. On the 1-drop slot I have 4 copies of Palace Guard, perfect 1-drop into blue and ramp decks, because you can usually get 1, 2 or even 3 quests out of them before they've been taken out, and with the 4 willpower it's hard to take them out. Of course, 4 copies of Diablo, cantrip character, draws you a card when it gets banished, and for some challenge power I run 4 copies of Captain Hook, Challenger +2, and yeah, your enemies don't want to exert into Captain Hook because he can take out almost every 1 or 2-drop characters in the game. And for some spice I added 2 copies of Fire the Cannons to deal with illusion characters more easily, or finish off a pre-damaged character on the opposing side, or deal with more aggro-ish boards. This is it for the 1-drop slot. On the 2-drop slot, of course, I run 4 copies of Sergeant Calhoun, stalls the enemy board from questing. When she takes out the character, you gain 2 lore. I was back and forth on this spot with the new Steel Nala, but I think Nala has a better spot in an Amber Steel aggro deck, or if you run a Purple Steel burn list, you can run Nala on this spot because she quests for 3. And now I settled with 4 copies of Sergeant Calhoun because in a challenge-based meta, she's the better choice. And for some more illusion characters, I run 4 copies of Raja, the Overstated Tiger, 2 cost Inkable, 3/3 body, quest for 1. And of course, 4 copies of Doc, the main card draw engine in the deck, draws you 2 cards whenever you need it. The only thing I hate is when you brick with 2 Docs in your hand, but still you can play the one without the effect and the second one with the effect of draw, so you can flood the board, gain more characters on board to have more payoff of a Strength of a Raging Fire maybe. This is it for the 2-drop slot. And on the 3-drop slot, for some reach against certain decks, I run 4 copies of the Giant Cobra, 4/4 body, and when you play her, you can discard a card from your hand to gain 2 lore. For even more reach, 4 copies of the White Rose, 3/3 body, quest for 1, and when you play her, you gain 1 lore. Job is done, and then she's the perfect singer for Strength of a Raging Fire in the turn after. Newly added, John Silver, Ship Cook. 3/3 body, quest for 1, inkable character, and when you play him, you can prevent an enemy character from challenging the next turn. You can safely quest 1 more turn with your 1 and 2-drop characters, or you can play him later in the game to prevent some value for Blurple or other purple decks. I think John Silver is a perfect addition to this Purple Steel list in the current challenge heavy meta. So I run him, but he's a flex spot. You can also switch him for like a Pete if you're facing more song decks or action based decks like green blue or any other song heavy deck. And I run 3 copies of Yelena. She's an inkable character, 2 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 2, and when you play her, you can give 1 of your other characters Challenger +2 in this turn, which is pretty strong. I picked her over Lilo because I like her 3 willpower, because she can't be taken out by a single Elsa, for example. And later in the game, she gives you the opportunity to quest for 2 lore. And I really like her, but she's also a flex spot. You can play any card that gives Challenger +2, like Hypnotic Strength or the Lilo I just mentioned. And another 3-drop card, of course, 4 copies of Strength of Raging Fire, the only and the strongest removal song we have in the game right now. Count your characters, deal damage equal to your character count on board to a character of your choice. So sorry, I'm kind of sick, you maybe hear it on my voice, but it's the only time I could record a video because I have some time available. yeah, the perfect play would be 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop, and then sing Strength of a Raging Fire with your 3 drop character, deal 4 damage to a genie, for example, or to any other character, which is a pretty strong play. This is it for the 3 drop slot, and we are moving on to the 4 drop slot. The reason why I play so many illusion characters, 12 in total, is this card, Treasure Guardian. 4 cost, inkable character, 3/3 body, quest for 2, and when you play this character, if you have an illusion character in play, you can draw a card. So this is your secondary draw engine or additional draw possibility on the 4 drop slot. And I think it's pretty strong because it quests for 2, and also late in the game, if you manage to like drop an cheap illusion character like Raja or the Palace Guard, additionally to Treasure Guardian, you can draw cards, flood the board again, and you have a strong body also. And of course, any purple deck is running him. Genie, 4 cost, uninkable, 2 strength, 4 willpower, quest for 2. He has evasive, and when you play him, he draws a card. I think no words needed here. But the last card on my 4 drop slot, I added 3 copies of the Yzma, the legendary one from set 6. She's an inkable character, 3 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 2, and she has an exert ability. If you have less than 3 cards in hand and you exert her, you can draw up to have back 3 cards in your hand again. So maybe on the play, she's a good 4 drop character, because usually on turn 5 you have only 1 or 2 cards left in hand, depending on what you played before. And so you can refresh your hand or threaten to lure also with Yzma. And later in the game, she's also a threat to refresh your heart, to keep up with the resource game against the Blurple Dumbo decks. And that's why Yzma is 3 times in my deck. That's it for the 4 cost slot, and there's only 1 card left in the deck. And this is the 5 cost Elsa. Inkable character, 2 strength, 5 willpower, quest for 1. She has rush, she has evasive, and when you play her, you can exert an opposing character. So you can immediately take 1 character off your enemy board, or exert a character and take it out with another character you already have in play. And this is basically my list. Right now, I think this is the strongest deck you can play without Dumbos. I need to mention that because I don't own any Dumbos, unfortunately, but still, I think this purple steel deck is the strongest you can play right now if you don't have Dumbos. You will find the deck list in the video description below. If you like such short, quick, and live card deck profiles, leave a like on the video, and if you're a new viewer on my channel, I'm always happy that you're here. Click subscribe and welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Flocky.